8 p.m. I was waiting to see two signs that the doctors had told us the nurses had told us during our antenatal, and I had read so much about. I studied pregnancy like a course, so I knew what to expect. So I was waiting to see two things: a mucus plug, and then my water breaking. So those are the two things. Those are the two things I was waiting to see before I rushed to the hospital. So at about 8 p.m. I went to the bathroom because at the moment you pee a lot. So I went to the bathroom, one of those pee moments, and I saw the mucus plug, and I came out. I'm like, Mom, I think we should go to the hospital. And she's like, are you okay? Are you fine? Did your water break? Oh, I'm like, ha. So she was like, okay, call the doctor. So I called my doctor and I told him, this is what I saw when I went to the bathroom. And then he was like, okay, you can come to the hospital now. So she was like, have you called your husband? I called my husband, and I'm like, I think I should go to the hospital now. And then he's like, okay, I'm on my way coming. I'm like, nah, come home, come and eat. I've made your supper, you have to eat. And then he's like, you go, are you fine? Like, you're almost in labor. And I'm like, nah. But then he just had to go with what I wanted at the time because, well, anyway, so he came home, he ate, we packed our bags, got ready, and we got to the hospital just a few minutes to midnight. The doctors checked me. I was about 4 centimeters dilated by then, so they admitted me immediately, of course. And then now the real labor started, like all those ones I was in the spirits at home, child's play, you guys. So the pain got intense. My husband was with me through it all. Kept holding my hand. My husband and my mom were allowed to come in to the labor room. So the support was really there. People were outside not in the hospital, like around, family and all, praying, calling, making calls and everything. My water didn't break. They had to break my water, and by the time they did that, that's when the pain got more intense. By then I was about 6 centimeters dilated. So there was the rub my back moments, hold me, pray for me, I don't know if I'll make it, blah, blah, blah. But all along but there's something my husband kept telling me. He was like, remember all the things that God has told you about this baby while you were pregnant. Let that be at the forefront of your head. Don't mind what you're feeling, don't mind whatever you're going through right now. Just keep God's word at the forefront. So all through my labor period, there was a particular song that I had playing in the background. I knew I would want that song. Before my labor day, I had told my husband I want this song playing at the background. So that really helped me to keep my spirit up. Then at some point when I felt I was like life was being drawn out of me, I had to tell my husband that I wanted to take communion. And that is not allowed because the doctors will say in case of any emergency, like if you had to be rushed to the theater, should there be need for a CS, you shouldn't have taken anything. But then I knew what I felt led to do, so I told my husband to help me get anything that I could use for communion, and he smuggled in bread and water. I quickly took that. What that helped me do was I realized that once I did that and I prayed, of course, I realized that then the intervals were contraction intervals were like 5 minutes thereabout. But during that 5 minutes interval, I'll literally sleep. That is not medically right, but I'll literally sleep. But that helped me to gain strength for the next contraction. So that went on until I was fully dilated. The doctors were not present at the moment, and I told my mom, I'm like, call the doctor, I'm ready. And they're like, don't push until you're asked to push. I'm like, call him, I am ready. And then as soon as I was wheeled to the delivery bed, so they were trying to give me instructions. Okay, so when we say push, blah, 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 I wasn't hearing all. I'm like, just say the word. So as soon as they said poo, they were not even done saying the push, my baby came out. And that is how my bundle of joy came out. But when he came out, he wasn't breathing, he didn't cry. So that was another dilemma. So while they were trying to I had prayed to God for a small baby. I didn't want much stress, so he was 2.7. So I didn't really have a tear. Just I think one. I had an option to suture it or not, but then I told them to do that. So while they were doing that, my mom went with the nurses with the baby, and then my husband was by my side, and I kept asking him, how is my baby? I can't hear him cry, I can't hear anything, and I was seeing like a lot of drama on the other side of the delivery room, so I wanted to know what is going on. So my husband was like, focus on yourself, focus on what God has told you about this child, and he will be fine. He is fine. And I'm like, but I can't hear him crying. He's like, keep quiet, focus on, just have what God told you in the forefront of your head, and focus on yourself right now. So I'm like, okay. My mom would come, oh, your baby is fine, oh. But I knew there was something up. So length and breadth, after everything, they were done suturing me, I didn't really care about how I looked or how I felt at the moment. I was just concerned about my baby. I went to where he was, and they said he had swallowed a lot of anomic fluid, so he had to be rushed to see a pediatrician. Length and breadth, we had to be rushed to another hospital. We was admitted there for another 2 days, thereabout. But he is hale and hearty, and he's strong. My baby's alive. He will be 7 months by Tuesday. Yes. So I really thank God for that. So to every mom out there, I'm like, you guys, after the whole experience, I went to my mom. I'm like, you did this once, twice, right? You were not tired. Like, you went through this over and over. It's just the grace of God. Some people go through that and don't come out. So I want to thank God for the grace of God on every mom, and to every intending mom, to everyone that looks, we're talking about this pain and this experience today, but there are actually people out there who wish they would have a chance to talk about this. And I pray for you today that the Lord is going to bless you with the fruit of the womb, and one day you will have a story to tell on the Newness space. Thank you so much for listening to my story.